Hi, this is Todd Lohenry, and yesterday I was having a conversation with one of my lovely, lovely clients. And she was stressing out about not being able to get in the groove around blogging and sharing information. And so I wanted to go back and remind um, some of the people I work with, and those of you who don't know me yet, that there are great ways to, if you want to be, if you want to be found as a thought leader, you have to get focused. Okay? This workflow that you see in front of you is one that I've created over the course of the past 10 years. It starts in the upper left-hand corner with contemplating what it is that you're about and consuming great information on these topics. Out of this consumption, you have the choice of either curating or creating content that you collect on your website. So what does that look like? Well, in my case, for example, I suppose I should look at the camera. Um, the keywords that I focus on are marketing, sales, technology, SEO, and productivity. And so I use tools, feed readers or Flipboard or whatever, to make information flow to me. I track the websites, the people, the thought leaders, the searches, and I put it all in one place and I read it. Now, when I find great content, I've got three choices. I can either go on to the next piece of content, I can share a piece of content out to social media, or I can include it in a blog post, depending on how good it is and whether or not it gives me an opportunity to weigh in. But the point is that if I'm going to be a thought leader, I need to get focused and I need to consume a steady diet of some of the world's best information, make it flow to me. And then when I come across great content, to share it in a way that's going to provide social proof of my expertise. So that when people find my website, they're going to see that I'm active in social media, that I curate and create great content, because I've collected it all in one place. So one thing to remember if you're stressing out about blog content and not being able to fit it into your life, a tool like Flipboard or Feedly or InnoReader can go a long way toward making good stuff come to you, which you then can share in turn. So I'm going to stop there, but I'll continue with a couple of good examples of these tools in action. And I'd love to get your questions or comments or feedback about any of these things. As always, thanks for watching. So let's take a look at a couple of the great tools that are available for thought leaders. I'm going to show these on an iPad mini simply because I can. And let's take a look at a couple three. Start with Flipboard. Flipboard allows you to bring together content from sites, searches, sources, individuals. And so what I have here is I've arranged these stories according to, or these modules, I guess, according to different channels that I follow. And then I can also follow individuals that are on my radar. So whenever I come across good content, and the key is that I'm making this good content flow to me. And whenever I come across good content, I can just flip through and I can read these stories. And they have a lovely, lovely interface. And when I come across something that is worth sharing, I've got two choices. Should I send this to social media, or should I include it in a blog post? Well, I'm going to include it in a blog post. I might want to save it for later, especially if I'm using a tablet. But anything that I find, I can quickly share. And in this particular scenario, what I really love to do is to share this content out to a tool called Buffer, which is going to distribute it out over time. So I want to make sure that I drop it into the right account, which I didn't do there. So let me go back and go to Buffer. And here, now I'll select it. I'll send it to the correct account, and I'll go back. And now this will go out in Buffer, and it will be dropped in a queue, and wait its turn to go out to my Google Plus page. So again, a great tool is going to have a great interface. It's going to allow you to track information from sites, searches, sources, and then to easily share them out to social media. So Flipboard is a great tool that will allow you to nourish your expertise with great content. Let's take a look at another one. Feedly has been my favorite for years. I'm rethinking that relationship right now, but Feedly is still a great product. One of the things that I can do with Feedly is to bring together all kinds of information and just flip through it. So I can quickly and easily add information. Let's say I want to add a tech site. They have a whole list of different sites that I can add. And then it will continue to deliver great information to me. Feedly, another great tool. The last one that I want to show you is one that is new on my radar. It's called InnoReader. And InnoReader also does a wonderful job of bringing together information. Again, the key is that it's flowing to me, and I'm able to go through and read articles in their entirety. And again, I'm able to go through and say, okay, this is an article worth sharing. I tap on the sharing icon. I pick my favorite tool, which is Buffer, and I send it to the right channel, and voila. So curation done correctly, and mind you, this is just the beginning. I've given you a quick look at a couple of different tools, but the important thing is not necessarily which tool that you pick, because every one that I showed you is one that I recommend. What's most important is that you actually use one of them to make great information flow to you, and not just on your computer, but also on your tablet. Because every great tool that I recommend has to be located in the cloud. It has to be completely cross-platform. All the tools that I showed you will work on Android as well. Some of them work a little bit better on iOS, some work a little bit better on Android, but they're all great tools that can help nourish your expertise and give you great content to share through curation or creation. Questions, feedback? Let me know. I'd love to help you set up a thought leadership workflow around this content.